it's James from the Fit RV, and I've got another experiment for you. So, personal wipes, flushable wipes, intimate cleansing cloths, call them what you want. They've gotten to be very popular over the last few years. And since many people are using these in their homes, I've been wondering if they would be safe to use in an RV septic system. In my mind, that calls for an experiment. So we're back here in the Fit RV lab, and I've brought back my Fit RV lab assistant, Baby.
Hi.
When did you get so big?
On my 7th birthday.
Wow. I haven't aged at all. So what we're going to do, now you remember the last time we did an experiment like this, we had some toilet paper and we put it in the water and shook it up and to see which one dissolved the best, right? Because in an RV, that's what you want, is you want anything you put in that toilet to break up. So we're going to do that same experiment, but instead of toilet paper, we're going to use these 6 kinds of wipes.
What's your hypothesis?
My hypothesis is that none of these are actually going to dissolve all that well. But I've arranged them roughly in order of just based on nothing more than intuition, from not going to dissolve at all to probably going to dissolve the best, and we'll see how I do. So we've got 6 kinds of wipes. These here are Natracare Intimate Wipes. It says on the package they're biodegradable, and if you look at the Whole Foods website, this is my granola option. If you look at the Whole Foods website, it says the cotton wipes are flushable, biodegradable, and compostable under the correct conditions. But these are organic cotton. That's like a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's like you're washing a t-shirt in water and it just washes the t-shirt.
Yeah, it doesn't fall apart in the wash, right?
Nope.
So I don't think those are going to dissolve very well at all. Next up, we have Equate. Equate is kind of the Target house brand. Equate flushable wipes. It says on the package they meet the INDA flushable product guidelines. Are you familiar with the INDA flushable product guidelines?
No.
No, me neither. And interestingly, on these it actually says do not flush them if you're in an RV or marine septic system. Next here we have the Target house brand Up and Up flushable cleansing cloths. These claim to have advanced flushable technology, but it says it's not recommended for a basement pump system. It's kind of weird. Next we have Cottonelle Fresh Care flushable cleansing cloths. They say they have safe flush technology and they are sewer and septic safe. Moving on next, we have Charmin Fresh Mates flushable wipes. These also say they are safe for sewer and septic systems. And finally, we have Scott flushable cleansing cloths with safe flush technology that also claim to be sewer and septic safe.
So you think this will be the closest to dissolving like the toilet paper?
Yeah, and the toilet paper is there. It's like a control group, right? So we know this is the same toilet paper that won our test last time. It's the Charmin Ultra Soft. So we know that's going to dissolve, right? Or it should if we do everything right. So what we want to do is we want to see if any of these dissolve nearly as good as that. So that's why that's there. It's kind of like a ruler that we're going to measure the other ones by. And so with that, I think we've got nothing to do except start opening some wipes, putting them in jars, and get shaking. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, so what we've got here, baby, is we've got 7 quart jars, and these jars each have 2 cups of water in them. I measured. So what we're going to do is we're going to open all these up, and we're going to put 1 wipe in each of the jars. Except when we get to the toilet paper, that can be 2 squares of toilet paper like we did last time.
Okay.
So let's just start opening wipes and putting them in jars.
How about I do these 4 and you do those 3?
How come you get 4 and I get 3?
I mean, you can do mine.
Okay, so you start on that end, I'll start on this end, and we'll meet in the middle somewhere. Remember, with the toilet paper, it's 2 squares. There you go. I think you push that, and it opens up. Oh, wow. There you go. See if you can get one out of there. Let's hope you don't need these in an emergency. Lid back on.
Can you help me open this?
I sure can. Yeah, that's... Oh, wow, they're in a package inside the box. Here, just do that. All right.
They smell so good.
They smell good? Which one smelled the best? Oh, okay. So the Cottonelle get the Fresh Smelling Award from Baby. All right, so now that we've got all of these kind of in the jars, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give each jar 2 shakes. So just like this, 1, 2. All right, and 1, 2. Shake them good though. 1, 2. All right, and so now we're just gonna wait an hour and then we're gonna come back and see how they're dissolved.
I'm surprised. This one doesn't look like it's dissolving much.
Well, I don't think any of them are yet, but we'll see in an hour. You wanna give it an hour? What do you wanna do? We got an hour to kill. Let's go do something fun. Okay, it's been an hour. We kind of took the jars on a little field trip, didn't we?
Yeah.
So they may have been agitated a bit more than just the 2 shakes, but let's shake them each 2 more times. And what that does is that highlights if we've got any particulate stuff floating around. And let's have a look. Which one, baby, do you think? Wow.
I like Scott.
I actually agree with you. I think Scott, that may even be dissolving better than the toilet paper over there. What do you think?
Yep. Well, if you look at the top, you can kind of see it.
Yeah. And then this one, Cottonelle, is not doing too bad. Charmin, not so good. Up and Up is breaking up a little. I see those fibers there in the water?
Yeah, it's breaking up a little, but not too much.
But Equate, no, and Natracare, no. Well, look, I see a little bit of fiber suspended in the water, but Natracare, not at all.
No.
Okay, so after 1 hour, we're doing better than I thought we were going to do, particularly with the Scott and Cottonelle. But that's not good enough, I think, to call it done yet. So I'm hungry. You want to go get something to eat?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Okay, well, dinner took a little bit longer than I thought, and so it's actually been another 2 hours, so we've got a total of 3 hours in. So let's give them each a shake, and then let's check them out one more time. You ready?
Shake it together.
Right on. Okay, now, the toilet paper, as I would expect, I mean, that's all in shreds, right? We can see it's all just shredded up in there. Now, there's still some pieces of the Scott, but it seems to, I mean, that was very milky looking. It kind of looks like a watered down milk. This Charmin, maybe, I see a couple little tears in it maybe, but it's not really.
No.
Cottonelle, though, I'm seeing a lot of breakup. There's still some sheet in there. Yeah, what about this? This is the one you were rooting for.
Yeah, it still has like some like fur coming down, but it still has the big tissue.
Still has the big tissue, yeah. Now Equate over here,
has a teeny bit coming
teeny
out.
bit of fiber breaking off. And then this one, this one looks like a t-shirt in water. Okay, Well, if you had to pick a winner right now, not the toilet paper, we know this is good.
It would be Scott.
Still Scott, and then followed up by Cottonelle, I'm guessing. And then after that, it's kind of a toss-up at worst, next to worst. But none of these are what I would call good enough for me to call it done to leave in the RV. So it's getting kind of late. I think we need to leave these until the morning. How do you feel about spending the night at the at Grandma's house?
Yay!
All right, we'll pick this up in the morning. Hey everyone, we are back. Someone spent the night.
With the jars.
Indeed, but she got ice cream and waffles for dinner, so it's probably not a total loss for her. So what we've got here are, these jars have been marinating now for about 17 hours, and so we're calling a halt to the experiment. They've done all they're gonna do that we're gonna pay attention to. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna shake each of these up, and then we're going to arrange them in the order that they kind of look like they did. You ready?
Yep.
All right, let's shake. Ready? And. All right. So, leaving the toilet paper out of it, I think the winner is obviously the Scott here. What do you think?
Yeah, the Scott's done so much.
All right, who's next?
Cottonelle.
All right, so let's move Cottonelle over. All right, of the ones that remain, who's next?
Up and up.
That looks kind of fuzzy. Let's move that over.
And then,
I'm thinking this one.
yeah.
There we go. Okay, so our rough order of finish is this. But what we're gonna do, so that you can kind of see at home better what we're seeing here, is we are going to take each of these in turn, and we're gonna dump them into this dark colored pan so you can see kind of exactly how much things are broken up, and we'll like stick our fingers in it and play with it, and we'll see how well it breaks up. So we're gonna do that next. We're gonna start with the toilet paper. Let's get going. All right, so we're gonna start with the toilet paper. Now this is the Charmin Ultra Soft that won the toilet paper test last time. So we know that if something does as well as this, it's safe for your RV septic system. So I'm just gonna pour it in this pan. Ready? Let me get it agitated and...
Can I do the next one?
Yeah, you can do the next one. All right, and so have a look at this. This is what you wanna see. It is completely broken up, and there's just really nothing left. You get tiny little shreds of toilet paper. I think, you know, that's the biggest thing we got in here, right? That is pretty much all broken up. So that's what we're hoping the other ones get to be that good, right? That
Yeah.
broken up. All right, let's clean this out, and then we'll move on to the Scott tissue. Okay, next up we have Scott, which we kind of thought was the winner. So, whoops. All right, just go ahead and dump that on. Give it a little swirl first to make sure you get everything, and dump it on into the pan. That is actually pretty close. Not quite as good as the toilet paper. What do you think?
I think it's like a little less like the toilet paper because there's a big chunk in there.
Yeah, there is. We got this one big chunk and a couple other larger chunks, but overall, this did much better than I thought it was going to do. I didn't think any of these were going to break up at all. So I think, and it tears up pretty easy. What's left, right? Like here, I'm going to stick my fingers in there. So. I mean, it tears up pretty easy what's remaining, so I'm pretty confident with declaring Scott the winner. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, so that's Scott. Pretty close to what the toilet paper, but not quite. So make your own decisions about whether or not you'd use that in your RV. Okay, next up we have Cottonelle. Ta-da! Swirl it around and give it a pour.
Oopsies. That.
So yeah, you can see we've got a few bigger chunks. Like as we work our way down the list, we're getting more and more bigger chunks. It was still breaking up fairly well. I mean, I see lots of little fibery stuff in there, right? But it's we've definitely got some bigger pieces there. Why don't you see how hard it is to tear that up, since your hand's sort of already wet.
Well, that's easy.
Pretty easy. All right, so what do you think? Did we get it right? Was Scott better than this?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Next, we have Up and Up. Flushable cleansing cloths from Target. Have at it. Give it a swirl, dump it in. Yeah, they're definitely, I mean, I'm seeing some fibery stuff here, but there's definitely bigger pieces of sheets remaining.
Yeah, they're like...
It's pretty
That's big.
significant. Well, how easily does what's remaining tear up? Go ahead and see if you can tear that up. It looked like a little harder than the other one.
Yep.
Okay. So so far, I think we've got them in the right order, right? I mean, I think this one's harder than the other one. This one's less broken up than the other ones. I think we've got them in the right order so far. What do you?
But this was a huge one, so the other ones, I don't know if they're going to be like a big one. I mean,
Well-
it still has some fiber.
Yeah, there's still fiber in there, but I guess we'll have to see. Okay, now we have Equate flushable wipes. These come from Walmart. Let's give them a swirl and dump them in.
But look at
Oh,
this. Wow. This is still a whole big piece.
Yeah, did it break up at all, or do we have any?
I think no.
I think I could even pick this thing up and unfold it. Yeah, all right, so I can see why the Equate wipes would say, don't use it. Oh, it's tearing a little. All right, we got a little bit of a tear, but yeah, I'm going to say that is completely unacceptable for RV sanitation use. Don't, they know what they're talking about when they say don't use these in your RV. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting near the end here. We have the Charmin Fresh Mates. But we don't think we think these did even worse than the Equate wipe. So go ahead and stir it up and dump it in. Yeah. What do you think, baby?
Wait, let's put it and see if there's any rips. Oh, just
Tiny little rips.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much also a whole sheet. How is it? Is it tear easy or no?
Not that easy.
Oh, all right. So even after 17 hours in the water, the Charmin Fresh Mate's not breaking up all that well. Okay, and last we have the Natracare Intimate Wipes made of organic cotton. I thought this would kind of be like soaking a t-shirt, but let's see. You gotta get it out.
I can't.
Well, now you need to stick your hand in there and get it out.
Okay.
All right, so what do you think about that? There's not even any tears in that. So you could probably rinse that out and use it again, I'm thinking. What do you think, baby? I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it again if you had used it in the bed. Can you even tear it? Oh my gosh.
You try.
You're trying as hard as you could and you couldn't tear it. Wow. Yeah, no, that is significantly still one piece. And, you know, maybe rinsing it out and using it again is what they intend. I don't know, but that's the Natracare wipes. Okay, so let me put this aside and let's talk about RVs. If you had to put any of these into your RV toilet, which would you pick?
So far, I would still pick the Scott.
The Scott, yeah, I'm thinking so. That almost broke up as well as the toilet paper, right?
Yeah, but not it still had a teeny bit of a big chunk.
Couple teeny chunks. So if you had, this is absolutely, and I agree with baby 100%. If I had to put anything in my RV septic system, it would be the Scott wipes, right?
Yep.
So, but now where do we draw the line? Like, would you put the Cottonelle in your RV bathroom? Those were pretty good.
Yeah, but still had some.
It had a few
pieces.
bigger chunks. I'm going to say, though, any of these, and certainly these, I would not recommend
Yeah,
for an RV.
especially the
T-shirt wipes. Yeah.
You can't even rip that. It's like you're ripping a T-shirt, and it doesn't even have a hole.
No, those are crazy. So any of these four, we're going to say completely unsuitable without question for the RV. Scott wipes, probably okay. Cottonelle wipes, maybe on the fence, and maybe this is something you need to think about depending on your RV plumbing, if you've got a straight shot out of your black tank, or if you have a bunch of bends in the pipe that might catch something. That's maybe where, the Cottonelle wipes, you got to kind of think about it a little bit. But of all the wipes we've tested, we are declaring Scott wipes the winner. Don't you think?
Yep.
All right. Let's clean up and go outside.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Bye.
Bye. What you're doing.